Hello everyone. Well, today I'm going to be doing a quick demo and review of this Shark cordless Stik 2-in-1 hand vac. It's a upright vacuum, as you can see in the upright mode, and it also converts to a handheld vacuum because you can detach the motorised brush and you can release the main handle as well. This model takes approximately 16 hours to fully charge, and when it's fully charged it will run for about 10 minutes on the carpet setting or 12 minutes on bare floor. On the bare floor setting the brush does still rotate, but it rotates at a slower speed, so it prevents dirt from scattering on a hard floor. That's the theory anyway, we'll test that out shortly. And on carpet setting it just runs a little bit faster, enabling it to pick up pet hairs and other more difficult to pick up items. It's obviously rechargeable. You've got a battery pack here and you can actually replace this. There's two screws you undo. This battery pack removes and then you can buy a new one if you need to. You just plug in your charger into the back there, and this light will glow red when it's charging, and when it's fully charged that will turn to green. You've got a little onboard crevice tool here. This is the motorised brush at the bottom. It does have a jam reset as well, so if anything becomes trapped in the brush bar it will switch off. Once you've cleared the blockage, the machine should turn back on again after 10 seconds, it says. This is the underside of the floor head. Got two wheels at the back and two smaller wheels at the front. That's your rotating brush, and as you can see, the way the brushes are designed, they sweep the dirt into the central air path right in the middle. You'll also see at the front there's this little cutout just at the front here. That's useful when, especially when you're cleaning hard floors. If you've got larger particles, they should be swept into the suction and not snow ploughed, like some vacuum cleaners can push large particles and snow plough them into one line. Having a groove here should prevent that. The suction should bring any large particles into the air path. So you can use this as a handheld. First thing you'd need to do is release the handle. So you just press this little grey button in. I'll try and do it with one hand. Just hold it there. Press that grey button in and this looped handle comes away. And then you can actually use it like this. So you can use this carry handle as your main handle. So that's ideal when you're cleaning stairs. So you can give your stairs a good deep clean with the revolving brush. And because it's a wider path than you'd get with a small handheld cleaner, you should be able to clean your stairs quicker. But you don't have to use it with a rotating brush. You can actually remove that. And again, there's a little nozzle release. So what I'll have to do, it's a bit tricky with one hand. I'll put my knee on there. And there we are, that's detached. The power nozzle. So now we've got a rather large handheld cleaner. There's no other nozzles on it apart from a crevice nozzle, which will fit now into here. So again, I'll have to clamp that in between my thighs, and here's a little crevice tool, and that clicks nicely into the end there. So you now have a little handheld vac with the crevice nozzle for doing around the edges and into the corners. And to release the crevice nozzle you just press the same button to release the motorised brush, and then when you want to use the brush again you just Click it on. Let me just see. I can't see what I'm doing here. Let's turn it that way. That's it. And push it down until you hear a click. And then of course when you want to put the handle back, let's make sure that button is to the back and push it in. Let's turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. Push it in. Have I got it the right way around? Let me see. I've probably put it in the wrong way. No, I haven't. There we are. It's in there now and that little button has popped through there. So that's fine. Obviously it's a bagless unit. There's a little latch at the bottom here to release the container. You've got a filter at the top which requires cleaning from time to time. You can actually wash it. It's had a little bit of use there, so it's gone a bit grey, but that's easy to wash it in warm water. Rinse it, squeeze it out. Wouldn't take too long to dry. It's just a small foam filter. And then you've got your little dirt container, and then all the dust, you just tip it out like that. So the model number, if you're interested, is here. This is model SV800 UKL. It's 10.8 volt, 9 amp, and of course it does come with a charger, so you're all ready to go. But that's the whole machine. So I'm going to put a bit of dirt on this carpet to judge its carpet cleaning performance, and then we'll go downstairs to the kitchen and scatter a bit of muck on the kitchen floor, and we'll see how well this Shark Stik vac operates on a hard floor surface. Okay, so I've put a bit of dirt on the carpet here, and not a huge amount because it's only a small cordless Stik vac and it's not designed for using as your main vacuum. It's for quick pickups really, whizzing around the house. So really this is the sort of dirt you might get from the whole of a living room carpet. I've just concentrated it into this small area. So we've got a mixture here. There's some dust, dog hairs, there's some fibres from a wool rug there, little bits of paper as well, just general household dirt. I've rubbed the hairs into the carpet so they are well and truly stuck on. So I'll just pass the Shark Stik vac through the centre of this muck on the carpet setting, and we'll see how it performs. Right, so come on to the kitchen floor there, and I've put down a bit of muck, sort of things you might spill in a kitchen. On the floor I've got some sugar, some couscous, some rice and some rolled oats. So there's a lot of different size particles that we're testing the Shark with. It should deal with the smaller particles, but a lot of cleaners on a hard floor tend to leave the larger particles, but with the larger debris channel at the front of the cleaner that I showed you earlier, it should hopefully be able to cope with even the large particles. So we'll just do one back and forth pass. This time we're using the bare floor setting, which is a lower speed for the brush. Still got the suction obviously with the main unit, and we'll see if it manages to pick the dirt up without scattering it all over the floor. Now there was a little bit of scattering, just a little bit was scattered at the back, but not much. But all in all, that's not bad. Now I've got my hands on here, you might not see there are some sugar particles left, but if I was to go over that once more, I think all the sugar particles will be removed. What it has picked up is all the larger particles, all the rolled oats. That has managed to be swept up quite easily with the shark. So I'll just clean the rest of this up and then we'll see how it performs just as a little handheld vacuum cleaner. Well, it didn't take many moments to remove the rest of that dirt. I did actually try it on the carpet setting, which does increase the power slightly, and it was still fine. It didn't scatter the rest of the dirt, so you could use the carpet setting if you've got a lot of dirt to clean up, but the running time is 2 minutes less when using it on carpet mode. One thing I need to show you is its swivel action. It just moves very easily across the surface, carpets and hard floors, and it just swivels easily. No need for any sort of a gimmicky ball. It just has a simple joint that enables you to get it into all those nooks and crannies. And it's very good. Not sure if I mentioned the weight of this. When it's fully assembled, ready to go, it weighs 2.6 kilograms. I can easily lift it up with one finger. It's a very comfortable looped handle. You can carry it by the looped handle if you want, or it's probably easier and it feels even lighter to carry it by that handle. So we can see the dirt has collected here in the container, so we'll just remove that and empty it. And then, just as a little finale, we will use the vacuum as a handheld. I'll just pop the container back. That's it. So we'll release the suction unit from the motor head and pop on the crevice tool. Just clip that in. There's the dirt, and we'll just see how it copes with this little pile of dirt that it's picked up earlier, just with straight suction power. Right, as a final quick test, I've emptied the contents of the dust container onto this doormat here. This is a sort of doormat you'd get in your kitchen. It's a very low pile, washable polyester type carpet, just to prevent dirt coming in. So it was fine on the upstairs carpet using dog hair and dust and some larger pieces of paper, but I've put the sugar, now that very fine particles of sugar, if I rub that in, right, that's rubbed right in to this carpet. Now we're going to see if the shark on its carpet setting will actually deal with the sugar. I'm pretty sure it's going to get the larger surface dirt off. I'm not sure how it's going to perform on the sugar. This is a surprise to me. I'm doing this live, I've not tested this before, so we'll just see if it picks all this sugar up. not bad. Looks good on screen, but to be completely fair, there is still some sugar left on the carpet. To most people that would look clean, but obviously it's going to take a few more passes. So I'll just clear the rest of this up and just see if it gets any more of this sugar off my rug. Right, let's have a look. And again, it's not 100% gone, but to the naked eye, if anyone's walking by, they wouldn't see it. If you're close, there's still a little bit of sugar left. But this is not a deep cleaner. It's meant for your quick pickups, you know, when you're not using your main vacuum. If you want to vacuum once or twice a week with your big cleaner, this is an ideal machine just to keep in the corner of your kitchen, keep it plugged in, charged up. This is where most of the little spillages happen, in your kitchen, and this is ideal especially for in your kitchen, doing your kitchen floor, and just quickly whipping round. You know, if the kids have trampled a biscuit into the carpet, you don't want to be lugging out your big vacuum cleaner. Just grab the little shark, keep it charged up, as I say, just unplug the charger, take it to the spill, go over it a couple of times, and that's it. So this is the first time I've really tested this. I've whipped around my house with it and been quite pleased. This is the first time I've done a proper performance test on this, and I'm pretty pleased with it. You know, it's not really very widely available in the UK. I think the maximum you'd pay for this is about £70 to £80, which is quite a lot really. But if you can get it for less, if you can get, you know, if you shop around, you might be able to get it for about 40 or something like that. It's worth a punt. I mean, it's certainly cheaper than a G-Tech AirRam at about £200. The AirRam's a very good machine, but if your budget won't stretch to that, or especially if your budget won't stretch to a Dyson rechargeable, this Shark one, I mean, it's very good. I'll just check one last thing, just have a look at the filter, just see how dirty that's got. It doesn't claim to be multi-cyclonic or anything. It's only a simple little filter, and yes, it has, as you can see there, it's got dirty. So some hair on there, but it's just a tiny little sponge. That's all it is. That's very easy to clean. You just rinse that under the tap, squeeze it out, leave it to dry, and pop it back. And you can do that. I do that once a week, depending how often you use the vacuum. Once or twice a week, once every fortnight. It obviously depends on usage. But if you want to keep it performing really well, just keep that clean. But it's, you know, it's a very easy job. There's no loads of cyclones in this machine, which become clogged. So it's basically very simple to maintain. Again, this dust container here, just empty this, and you can rinse this if you want to keep this nice and clean. Rinse it underwater, dry it as much as you can. You won't often be able to get your tea towel in to dry all the inside out, but as long as you leave it in a spot to dry, not over a radiator, somewhere to dry, make sure it's thoroughly dry, pop it back on the machine. Do that, you know, once a week, once a fortnight, before popping it back into the machine, and then that's it. So there we go, that's the Shark Stik Vac Cordless 2-in-1, full-size performance, lightweight cordless design, large capacity cyclonic dust cup for carpets and bare floors. That's it. I hope you've found this video useful. Stay tuned for more videos on other floor care products coming up very soon.